Assalamualaikum, my name is Rafida Najwa binti Zubir. So our group will discuss about a delay rapid transit system with Singapore. In 2010, the Malaysia and Singapore government have introduced a public transport initiative that will link the Malaysian and Singapore. So the new transportation named as Rapid Transit System RTS Link. So the benefit to have this RTS link are to reduce the crowd congestion. This is because many Malaysians work in Singapore and Singaporeans also come to Malaysia to shop, especially during festive season. So when this situation occurs, sometimes it will cause crowd at the immigration center in the both side. So to ease the citizen, Malaysia and Singapore RTS have been developed. So this is because the shuttle system between Johor Bahru in Malaysia and Woodlands in Singapore only takes 4 kilometers, which is 1.3 kilometers in Singapore and 2.7 kilometers in Malaysia. So Mass Rapid Transit System Cooperation (MRT) expect the 150,000 passengers will use RTS within a day for daily use, such as workers commuting from Malaysia to Singapore. So RTS will have 8 seats of trains with each set of train containing 4 carriages with a capacity of 250 passengers. The construction of RTS Link involve various main parties such as Land Public Transport Commission, Land Transport Authority and Iskandar Regional Development Authority. For the second phase of RTS construction start at 2016 by engineering student and the delay have been announced in 2018 by Malaysian Transport Minister, which is Tony Locke. So Malaysia has postponed the RTS Link project in 3 times with several reasons. So to continue this discussion and to know further about this project, I will pass to the team members to discuss about the problems, solution and the recommendations. Thank you.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Nofatin Nazirah binti Muhammad Idrus and I will continue the presentation by discussing the problem of project implementations. As we know, RTS Link is a project that connects Malaysia and Singapore. This project has been announced on 2010 and be launched on 2018. This project initially to be completed by 31st December 2024. However, due to several issues, this project seemed to be delayed. On January 2019, Singapore Minister of Transport, Mr. Kambuwan, had announced that the project would be delayed from the actual target. This is because Malaysia government had request for 6 months suspension period as they want to re-evaluate the key parameter of project as they want to reduce the cost of project implementation. On September 2019, Malaysian government had request for another 1 month suspension period. This is because Malaysia need more time to study project financial risk to the government. This request has been granted by Singapore government while adding that they have a right to claim any additional cost incurred within the Malaysian request any further suspension period. On October 2019, the Prime Minister of Malaysia at that time, Tun Mahathir Mohamad, had announced that RTS Link project will be proceed, but with several amendments. The first amendment is the cost of project should be reduced from 4.93 billion to 3.16 billion. The second is the project should include the involvement developer or owner of Bukit Chagar land to waive land cost. The third is the use of heavy rail system to medium capacity rail system in order to reduce operating costs. After the firm decision to continue the RTS Link project, Singapore government on November 2019 agreed to extend the project for 6 months suspension to 30 April 2020. However, on May 2020, this project had to delay because of COVID-19 pandemic. Both of party, Malaysia and Singapore, agreed to extend this project for 3 months due to COVID-19 pandemic. This is because during the pandemic, all the nation border will be closed to prevent the spread of virus. Other reason for the project to be delayed is the changing of Malaysian government. On July 2020, Singapore and Malaysia had ceremony to resume work on the project and sign the new agreement with key changes has been made that agree by the both of parties. The changes include the date of completion project, RTS Link Depot, infrastructure company, and also the cost of the project. Both of Malaysia and Singapore Transport Minister, Mr. Ong Ye Kung and YB Wee Kang Seong has marked the official resumption in the ceremony witnessed by Singapore Prime Minister Mr. Lee Hsien Loong and Malaysia new Prime Minister Tan Sri Muhyiddin Yassin. Okay, after several postponed, on 31st October, Putrajaya had announced the project finally proceed. The construction of RTS Link project began on 22 November 2020. The groundbreaking ceremony was officiated by Johor Sultan Ibrahim Ibni Almarhum Sultan Iskandar as the kicking off construction work for the long-awaited infrastructure project. This link project expected to be complete on 2026 and be operated by the end of 2026, where it could bring a lot of benefit and opportunities to Malaysia's citizen and also Singapore citizen. Okay, that's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nurul Atif Izzati binti Razali. Now I will explain about the solution to the Rapid Transit System RTS Link abandoned project. And the first solution to Rapid Transit System RTS Link abandoned project is reducing the cost of the project. Financial dilemmas is the most critical element that needs great attention from the parties involved in the transportation industry especially. Why I'm saying like that? Because without adequate financial capital, a transport project will not continue. Financial problem, for example, late payment to the contractor, unreliable third-party lending, over budgeting and developer default, and also financial crisis. Why I'm discuss about financial problem? This is because Rapid Transit System project RTS Link also facing a financial problem. According to the former Prime Minister Tun Dr. Mahathir Mohamad stated that after facing RTS Link project delays due to financial problem, Malaysian government finally has succeeded reduce the cost of construction of this project by 36% from RM 4.93 billion to RM 3.16 billion. According to the former Malaysian Transport Minister Yang Berhormat Anthony Loke Siu Fook, the reducing in RTS Link cost was due to the Sultan of Johor exempting his land acquisition costs. Former Malaysian Transport Minister also stated that the construction costs of RTS Link project reduced because of Malaysian use cheaper rail system using the light rail transit system LRT compared to the original proposal, which is using mass rapid transit, which is MRT. Such a good solution made by Malaysian government, right? The second solution to rapid transit system RTS Link project is studying all the effect and consequences first. Not a single construction project is exempt from risk. According to White, 1997, risk is an uncertainty that exists and can have adverse effect. According to Cooper, 2005, in the context of project, the risk is an opportunity to happen something that will impact the goal achieved. According to former Malaysian Transport Minister YB Anthony Loke Siu Fook, RTS Link project also facing a risk problem. They conducted a series of studies and reviews on the effect and consequences of RTS Link project during the suspension period. Finally, Malaysian government can reduce the consequences of this project by changing the structure, scope and specification of this project with involving government officials, industry experts and stakeholders to evaluate the option identified for this major project. Therefore, risk management is a systematic process in identifying and evaluating the risks that may be faced by individual or organizational in carrying out a mega project.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Siti Naimah binti Ahmad. So I will proceed to the recommendation for rapid transit system. The first recommendation is government must open job opportunities to people all over the state that are unemployed. This is because RTS need a lot of energy and expertise to success that project. The construction of the project is not only boost the economy and mobility, but also have impact on environment as well as create the job opportunities. This project is open the job or expertise towards people in Johor only. Ideally, these job opportunities must be open to all society in other state who are facing the unemployment. Therefore, through this action, the issue of the unemployment can be reduced in Malaysia. This project also need to involve the TVET graduate, which is technical and vocational training institutions, to make that project successful. This is because TVET graduates have a very high quality manpower because they already undergone the industrial training, which exposes them to the real work environment situations. This project also give opportunity for Malaysians to choose a job with the higher pay rates. This is because the wages that have been paid in Singapore is more higher than Malaysia. Therefore, this project can make society choose to work in Singapore because this cross-border economic opportunities cannot be found in other place. Thus, Malaysia should continue this project immediately because it will open job opportunities to the community, all the states. Last but not least, the recommendation for rapid transit system is government should implement the RTS link in other state as well. This is because it will make easier for the people in every state to commute to Singapore and they no need to go to Johor to board the RTS link. But if the cost to implement the RTS link is too high or too large, government can take other initiative to connect each state to easier reach to Johor to use the RTS link. Currently, the railway system only 4 km longer, which connect Bukit Chaga in Johor to the woodland in Singapore only. Therefore, it is only can make easier for people who live in Singapore and Johor to use the RTS link. Actually, there are many people who live in Kuala Lumpur Seremban, Melaka and other states who work and can choose to work in Singapore. Therefore, with the connections road system for each state, it can easier for people to go to Singapore. For example, high-speed rail, which is HSR, connect Kuala Lumpur to Singapore. Therefore, it will be easier for people who live in Kuala Lumpur to go to Singapore. Government also need to emphasize the relationship of the communication road system between one place or district within Johor. This is because it will easier for people who use the RTS to go to other destination in Johor after or before they use the RTS link. For example, government can provide mass rapid transit or bus rapid transit to make easier for people go to their destination. Therefore, it shows that government need to connect RTS road system to each state for making easier for people in other state to use the RTS link in Johor to Singapore. That's all from me. Thank you.
My name is Jamalia binti Bakti, so I will proceed the presentation on the conclusion. As the conclusion, Johor Bahru Singapore Rapid Transit System RTS link aims to enhance relations between Malaysia and Singapore, especially for those working in the Republic. It helps to reduce congestion on the Johor-Singapore Causeway and save times. In implementing rapid transit system, there are several problems occur during the project process. Sometimes problems occur because of the mistakes in planning, making decision or uncertainty condition like COVID-19 pandemic. Due to unfavorable circumstances, the project undertaken could not be continued and abandoned. But in order to overcome the problem, there must be solution, and this must be listed in the planning before the project started. For example, for Rapid Transit System RTS Link project, one of the initiatives need to be taken was collaborating with private investors. By that, it can help to reduce costs, which can give benefit to both sides. Basically, in implementing a project, there are several important things need to be taken in order to implement any project. This is because to avoid any costly mistakes or any unintentional problem during the project implementing. Besides, project manager play an important role to ensure project success. But not only project managers, there are other important factors that can largely affect a project's outcome. For instance, smart people, smart planning, open communication, careful risk management, and strong project closure. So, by implementing all the factors above will lead to a successful project and develops a good relationship with customer and also stakeholder. Okay, that's all from me. The conclusion of Johor Bahru Singapore Rapid Transit System, which is RTS Link. Thank you.